Morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to MBS Connect, a daily walk through Proverbs. Today is day 86, and our topic for today is the voice inside your head. And our lead verse comes from Acts chapter 24, verse 16. I always do my best to have a clear conscience towards God and men. So I always do my best to have a clear conscience toward God and man. And our daily walk through Proverbs begins with when you're about to do something that you know is wrong, a little voice inside your head has a way of speaking up. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that little voice that we're talking about here. That voice, of course, is your conscience, an early warning system designed to keep you out of trouble. If you listen to that voice, you'll be okay. If you ignore it, if you're asking for headaches or heartbreaks or both. And I really love this concept of an early warning system. You know, growing up in Florida and living through a couple of hurricanes, also living in Michigan for a time where we had some serious snowstorms. Even in New Jersey, when we had a series of some bad snowstorms that hit a year back or a year or so ago, and now living in Alabama, where there are tons of tornadoes. It's amazing how our weather channel or the news channels have this warning system, this Doppler system that can kind of foresee or forecast, potential bad weather. And typically, folks decide to either stay home and ride the storm through, or ride the storm out, or they decide to pack up and leave so they won't have to deal with maybe some of the heartaches or some of the pains. And it's amazing because our conscience serves as our Doppler system between right and wrong. It's that early warning system that kind of let us know, don't go there, don't call him, don't call her, don't do that, don't do this. But sometimes we ignore that Doppler system or that warning system. And then next thing you know, hurricane, tornado, something hits, and then we have to deal with the consequences of that action. But if we just would have been still and cleared our conscience and listened to that small voice, we could have saved ourselves from that heartache or heart pain or whatever it is that's causing us. So I really, really love that concept. So when we talk about that voice inside your head, let's think of it as being our warning system to avoid potential downfalls or problems and issues. Whenever you're about to make an important decision, you should listen carefully to that quiet voice inside. Sometimes, of course, it's tempting to do otherwise. Sometimes we think that there's some benefits or there's some gain that we can capture if we ignore that voice. Well, maybe I'll be able to enjoy this moment of lust or this moment of enjoyment, and that's very tempting. From time to time, you'll be tempted to abandon your better judgment by ignoring your conscience. But remember, a conscience is a terrible thing to waste. So instead of ignoring that quiet little voice, pay careful attention to it. If you do, your conscience would lead you in the right direction. In fact, it's trying to lead you right now. So listen and learn. So let's make sure that we are in tune, guys, with our early warning system, our conscience. Let's be still enough to get through the clutter of, all the things that's kind of rushing through our minds and listen to that voice that's trying to steer us into the right direction. That's trying to get us and keep us on the right path, even though I know it may be tempting to want to do otherwise, to want to ignore, to want to just sit and brave the storm. Even though we know that there's a Category 4 hurricane or Category 5 tornado that's bearing down on us if we decide to ignore those systems. Let's listen and let's learn. And our daily walk through Proverbs, word for the wise, comes from Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. Ill-gotten gains has no lasting value, but right living can save your life. So I know it may be tempting to want to enjoy that moment of lust or that that potential temporary gain, whether it's making an unethical decision to profit off of someone or something. But as the Word of God says here, it has no lasting value. I think that's just temporary. And it's ill gotten. It's not done the right way. But right living can save your life. Listening to that early warning system can save your life, guys. So hopefully you guys are blessed. Let's make sure that we pay attention to our early warning system, our conscience, that little voice inside that's trying to steer us right. Let's listen and let's learn. Have a great day. Be blessed. And until I see you tomorrow, peace.